Welcome to the 2016 BEA School Board Candidate Forum. What we have tonight is just an open forum for the candidates to express some views on questions that were already pre-given to the candidates, so all of them have had the same questions and the same time to reflect upon them. And what we're interested in here is not necessarily a debate or a town hall style meeting. It's more everybody gets a chance to express their own views. So according to what we sent out to the candidates, each candidate will get 2 minutes to respond to the questions, and Mrs. Nelson here will flash a warning card at 30 seconds to go, just so you have an idea of your time. And then at the conclusion of the 2 minutes, I will politely ask you to wrap up your comments. The questions will be given at a rotating basis. We're just going to start alphabetically with the first question, then we'll move to the next candidate after that. And finally, I probably should introduce myself. My name is Justin Jordan. I work here at the high school, and so I am the representative of the Government Relations Committee for the Byron Education Association. So if the candidates are ready to go, we are going to be recording this so that members of the public who are unable to attend due to a conflict can go ahead and access that through the school website. We hope to upload it to YouTube, and that will be something that's available from now until Election Day. And then we also have a representative from the Byron Review who is also going to be reporting on the candidates' views. So if everybody's ready, we'll go ahead and begin. Okay, so if I do mess up your names, we have Mark Chilson, we have Sharon Kreitinger, Tessa Olive, Chris Spitt, and Darren Walk. Decided to run for the Byron School Board.
Well, it's we have 2 children in the school district, and I also am a former Byron grad. Really enjoy the school district and what it's done for our community. And want to be a part of the decisions that are made going forward. And I just think that, again, it's just a big part of our community, and our kids mean everything to us. So I want to be a part of that.
Thank you. Same question to Sharon Kreitinger. What is the main reason you decided to run for the Byron School Board?
Yeah, so well, first of all, I want to thank the BA for having this forum and for letting me be here and meet the whole community. This, for me, if you don't know, is my second time here. My second time here in the seat. But for me to answer this question, it's somewhat similar to how I answered it before, and it's similar to what you're saying here, Mark. But my family and I moved to Byron specifically back in 2010, specifically for the reason of the excellent reputation that the Byron School District had. My son was in kindergarten and my daughter was in 3rd grade when we moved here. And we first moved in, we lived in Rochester, and we open enrolled our children into Byron. And then that following summer, we moved into Byron. And the way I answered this before, and the reason why I came to the table last time will be the same reason why I'm here today, is because what impressed me immediately about coming into the district, not growing up in Byron, was really, I have 2 children as well in the school district. My daughter is a very self-driven, very type A personality. She's one of those kids that will go through every task and everything and every challenge, and no matter how well she succeeds, she'll say, how can I do better? So from an education and learning perspective, she knows where she's going, she uses her resources, and she finds things out very well. My son, on the other hand, is equally wickedly smart as my daughter, but he's got a lot of energy. He's a boy that doesn't necessarily have that direction. And then over the last few years, I really had the opportunity to see them get older with the lessons of the Learn, Share, Innovate, and Inspire. I get to see them not only understand that personalized learning, but I get to see them show up with an excellent, strong sense of community, a high expectation of character and grit that is definitely tied back to the school district. So it's great to see the school district not only doing academic work, but also character building as well. So that's why I'm here.
Thank you very much. And for Tessa Olive, same question. What is the main reason you decided to run for the Byron School Board?
I'll give you a little bit of background. So we built our house 17 years ago in Byron, and the reason we chose Byron is because we knew we wanted our future children to go to school here. So we have an 8th grader and a 5th grader. 4 years ago, I felt compelled to do more for the community. I've been involved in the Byron Chamber of Commerce, on the executive team there, but I wanted to do more and make a difference. So I challenged myself to discover a way to do this, and being elected to the school board 4 years ago was the answer. It's been an honor to serve this district. I'm passionate about this community and the school our children attend. I could not be more proud of our teachers, staff, and students here at Byron Schools. And I've learned a lot the past 4 years, but feel I have a lot more to learn, and I'm really excited the opportunity to serve again for the next 4 years.
Thank you. Same question for Chris Schmidt. What is the main reason you decided to run for the Byron School Board?
Thank you for allowing us to be here this evening. I too have 2 kids that have grown up and gone to the Byron schools. My oldest, Colin, is a freshman at Madison this fall, and my youngest is in 8th grade. We moved to Byron in 2010 also, for the same reasons that you guys have mentioned. We open enrolled living in Rochester and moved to the community a short time thereafter because we wanted to be vested in this community. I'm a stay-at-home mom and spent my career prior to being a stay-at-home mom in early childhood education. I have a degree in health education and a master's degree in management, and now seems like the right time that my kids are far enough along that I can invest more time in the schools and in our community. So I look forward to that opportunity.
Thank you. And finally, Darren Watt, same question. What is the main reason you decided to run for the Byron School?
Thank you, Justin. Sounds like we all have a common theme here. We all have 2 kids in Byron School. My wife and I are very involved in our kids' lives with sports, volunteering classes at church, and a lot of stuff here in town. When I came and applied to be on the school board, it kind of reinforced why I was doing it, because my son was with me when I did it. And he surprised me where he ran for student council this year. And I kind of see why, because he follows my footsteps, sees what I do, and I'm a big influence on his life. So things like this, volunteering, it's been a big impact on my kids, and that's why I'm here, is because of the kids.
Thank you. We are going to move on to the second question here, and we're going to rotate on to Sharon. So, Sharon, what special abilities or talents do you feel that you would bring to the board?
Absolutely. So I very much look forward to telling you guys a little bit about myself. I have had the opportunity for my career path for the last 15 years to really work in the business sector, mainly in the healthcare segment. My career path and focus mainly has been in the business development, sales and marketing, focusing on developing and growing new business, sales and marketing focus on change management, growth management, prospecting new business, and building growth development strategies and implementation for business success. So when you're looking at the Byron School Board and looking ahead, some of the key factors that will go over into that really include key functions around budget planning, budget execution, contract negotiations, and just all the things that roll up into change management. In addition to that, I've had the opportunity for the last few years to serve on the World's Best Workforce Advisory Committee for the school district. Based on a project that the high school kids did last year for Technovation, I had the opportunity to now be a core member for the Southern Minnesota Technovation core team, so I'm now a member of that directional board. And then I'm also serving on the Midwest Strategic Leadership Council, and I'm responsible for coaching and mentoring new college graduates in business, specifically around financial responsibility, contract negotiation, mediation, and budget planning procedures in the healthcare industry. And I understand healthcare industry is not necessarily aligned with education, so my background is a little different. But I do feel like as we grow and the community grows and and as we kind of go into the next term, that I have the key skills around those key components to maybe provide a different perspective, a different eye as well. So.
Thank you. Tessa, same question. What special abilities or talents do you feel you would bring to the board?
I'm dedicated to the school board and have completed all of the phase trainings in order to be effective in setting and maintaining public policy. I'm open-minded, have great communication skills, and work well with others on achieving goals that have been set forth. I feel our board has accomplished some pretty great goals these past 4 years and beyond. And I'm approachable and always willing to listen to any questions and concerns. And I may not always know the answer, but I'm not afraid to say I don't know, but let me find out.
Chris, same question. What special abilities or talents do you feel you would bring to the board?
For those that know me, I'm a fairly natural leader. If there is a job to be done, I'm pretty quick to step forward and enlist the support of others around me. I'm organized, I use my resources well, I listen, I enjoy spending time with others, and I care about our community. I have a lot of experience on boards. Served on the American Red Cross Board in Mower County, was on the Aldrich Memorial Nursery School Board, served on the Human Resources Committee at our church. So I think that those things have helped to prepare me for a position on the school board.
Thank you. Darren, what special abilities or talents do you feel that you would bring to the board?
I was a business owner for 10 years. I ran a computer consulting company that looked at one of the medical facilities in Rochester. I've served on several youth boards, the Byron Youth Football Board, and I served 10 years on the Rochester Softball Association. Held all the different positions that you can hold, from secretary to treasurer to president. One of the greatest things that we did while I was there is we brought a national tournament to Rochester. Got to work with the sports commission in Rochester and learned a lot about how that national tournament brought a lot of revenue to the Rochester businesses and the dealings with the hotels. So that was a great learning experience.
And finally, Mark, what special abilities or talents do you feel that you would bring to the board?
Well, I've been in sales for 18 years, so I'm used to being a part of an aggressive team with very large goals, and I think that's a very valuable asset to bring to the school board, being part of a team like that. And I think also, again, I'm going to tie it back to my roots of growing up in Byron. It allows me to have that connection to the community and being able to be out and seeing those people. I was also on the Byron Chamber as well, and just a part of that team, and just look forward to being on another good team. I just think that the Byron School District has set a